So the question everybody's debating, why wouldn't Bill Belichick be a first-ballot Hall of Famer? There are many potential reasons. David, I think, goes to one that a lot of people went to right away. Jealousy, maybe. A lot of people didn't like him.
Oh,
Sure.
Now they don't like him even more. He got Jordan. He's got the GOAT. He's got Jordan.
Michael Jordan?
No, isn't that her name?
North Carolina. I knew what you were getting at.
Oh, you did?
They got a North Carolina tie there.
Well, she's a North Carolina tie.
Yeah. Hey-o.
Quite the knot.
Ryan says voter pettiness, especially media who feels slighted by his approach to that very media. Blame it on the media. Ironically, most people are blaming it on Bill Polian, who says he's innocent. I don't know that media has all the votes for this thing. Bill Polian, longtime NFL general manager. Some anonymous voter out there says he thought that Polian thought Belichick should wait a year, and they went to Polian, and Polian said, no, I voted for him. So,
Well, why?
blame the media.
But Bill Polian has an opinion, and that influenced the voters?
In the tight circle of Hall of Fame voters, could he have talked to a few of them? Because those people
Why is
talk?
it such a tight circle?
It's the world of football. People know each other. Over the course of 40 years, you work with a lot of people. You come across, you stand on the sidelines with a lot of people.
I know Hall of Fame voters.
Yep.
And they don't speak with people. They speak with their friends.
Yeah.
If you, for instance, if you are a 10-year beat writer in MLB,
Then you can vote for the Baseball Hall of Fame.
yeah. But they don't associate one with another.
Yeah.
That's like Heisman voters. They
don't all know
Ty
each other.
Detmer talking to Barry
So
Sanders?
this is a much tighter circle. Apparently, there's only 50 voters, and you got to get 40 of them. Whereas the Heisman, there's
Well, however many.
yeah.
I mean, all the ex-players have a vote, right?
Caleb says it's because Brady carried him. Brady's getting the credit, not Belichick. Brady left, went to Tampa, and won. Belichick's teams quickly became terrible in New England, and now Vrabel has turned things around 2 years after Bill's. I mean, they had another game between, but
So
turned it around quickly.
Vrabel's success is impacting Belichick?
Brady carried him. Yeah.
I think the one thing that we're missing here is that you had Spygate and Deflategate. So there's
There it
two
is.
instances of cheating, and we make a big, big deal about some cheating, and we look the other way on others. For instance, Carlos Beltran
100%.
got in and was a known cheater in Houston. I believe he lost his job as the manager of the Mets because of that, right? But he got in, and so that cheating was okay, but this cheating over here with, and we know the pronounced players with the home runs and Clemens and all that, that was just, oh my gosh, you were just the worst of the
And
worst.
the football players using steroids, nobody really bats an eye. Gonna miss 4 games, huh? All right, well, I got him on my fantasy team. When's he back? Nobody seemed to care. But the baseball numbers are sacred, and people were outraged. So there you go.
I know, but
not outraged about the football players. I get it.
But over here, if you're getting the signs, that's going to increase your stats.
I think Deflategate mostly fell on Brady, and Belichick helped put it there. So ask Brady or ask Tom.
But if they're
whatever he said.
spying and knowing the plays that are coming.
Spying, I think, is a huge, gigantic red flag. That you would have someone sneak into the stadium and film because I think the Super Bowl was in a dome, and film the Rams, then St. Louis Rams, practices and know their plays ahead of time. Huge red flag. Massive. That is, I think that goes right up there with what the Astros did. There are people who are not going to ever forget that. They're not. Some stuff over time, maybe fine. It lightens up. But, man, I think people are always going to look at the Astros and the Patriots with the Spygate thing. I think Deflategate's the kind of thing that over time, really, if football had a little less air in it, really? And the way they swap footballs in and out during a game and both teams and special balls for kicking, I just don't think it resonates the same way. Whereas I think sneaking into the other team's practice, whatever sport you're playing, like, that's not okay.
So you're justifying cheating because it's not as bad as another form of cheating.
Oh, I think we do that all the time.
And you're doing it right now.
Yes. But I think Spygate is like the highest form of an absolute no-no.
Well, then why have rules?
I don't know. Why do we have fines, misdemeanors, and violations and felonies? And to me, the Spygate seems like a felony.
Well,
they're all
that's
rules.
real life.
Well, I know, but in real life, there are levels to the rules.
Sure. Right. I get that. But this isn't
that's
real
why.
life. But this isn't real life. You can't compare because there's no such thing you could do in sports that is a felony.
I think spying on the other team's practice before the Super Bowl is a felony. And if you don't see it that way, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. And the other thing with this is it really that many people cracking on Belichick? I mean, I don't think anybody expected him to be unanimous. And at the same time, for all we know, he had 39 votes. I don't think they revealed the vote total yet. I don't know if they ever do. I don't know how that works. He could be sitting on 39 votes, 1 vote short. So this could be a small handful of people who, for whatever reason,
well, by definition, if there's only 50 people and there's 370 million people in the country, it is a small group.
And it might not even be 50 people. It might be like 3 people. That could be the difference between him getting in. Because if he were a first-ballot Hall of Famer, no one would care that 8, 9, or 10 people didn't vote for him. He literally might be 1 vote away. Maybe he's 3 away.
I think they do. I mean, that one dude who didn't vote for Shaq and gave it to Iverson, Nick something or other, when CNN used to be a news organization in sports, he got a lot of a run for not voting for that. And,
Nick Charles. There it is.
Yeah. So I think if he did get in and there wasn't, because now there can only be one if he was 10 people instead of 1, you're not going to crack on 10 people, right? Because you're saying he could have gotten, 11 people. You got to get 40. So that meant 11 people could have voted against him. Well, if 11 people vote against you, that's a lot different than, or not vote for you, I guess is what it is. Yeah. That's a lot different than 1 on that.
There are people who say that this whole thing comes down to the fact that the Hall of Fame voters, the way they do it, I guess, in football, which I wasn't aware of until I read this, that you vote for 3 people. So there may be people that think he should be a Hall of Famer, but I just think these 3 people are more deserving.
3?
Well, any 3 on the ballot. You can pick any 3. I don't know.
Who got
I have to
in?
look at the ballot.
Who got in?
We don't know yet.
We just know that Bill isn't.
Yeah, and the reality is if he gets in next year, and
second ballot, first ballot.
And 20 years from now, he'll be dead, obviously. But however long he lives, no one's going to care. I mean, Jeff Kent gets in on some special 16-member committee. Well, come the last Sunday in July, he's going to be standing up there with
you get to do your speech,
Beltran and Andrew Jones.
You get your jacket, you get your bust, whatever each hall does.
Right.
It's like at that point, everybody's crying. You're thanking some high school coach who may or may not be alive.
Yeah, you get the opportunity to have that speech. You get your moment in the sun, so to speak, and then you're immortalized, and you go to Cooperstown forever and ever, and you're going to be there. Let me tell you about I read a story. Sports Illustrated, they used to have a little thing at the back of the magazine, and there was this guy. They did this thing on. They remodeled the Cooperstown, right? And so they moved some exhibits around, and they found a baseball card of some minor leaguer, and it said it fell between the cracks.
Yeah.
And it said, "Dad, you made the Hall of Fame." And they traced it back to the guy, and the guy said he was my Hall of Fame dad, and I wanted him in the Hall of Fame. And so I took that card in there and slipped it in, and it sat in there for 20, 30, 40 years.
It's pretty cool.
Until they remodeled it. And
pulling stuff away from the wall.
And they saw this thing on the floor, and Sports Illustrated did a story on the guy. The actual player was deceased, but his son who did it, and they traced it back, called him up, and then, so why'd you do this? And he told them. It was a real touching story on that. It was cool that the guy thought to do that. But so he'll get in. I don't think it's anything that they're not going to vote him in, right?
They've got coaches. I would expect he'd get in. I thought he would have gotten in the first time. The story, Yahoo did the story about how the process works. And so coaches have been separated out from players, but they're not separated out from senior players. So when they're in this group, they're voting, they have to decide, okay, do I vote for Ken Anderson, who took the Bengals to 2 Super Bowls? Do I vote for Roger Craig, who was a running back with the Niners in their glory years? L.C. Greenwood from the Steelers.
The curtain?
The steel curtain. Back in the 70s.
Polian said he voted for Greenwood. He said that was the player that he voted for as he was trying to defend himself against the Belichick stuff. So each of these people, as you point out, have their own motivations for who they're going to go for.
I don't understand how Polian would have been a trigger point. He doesn't control who votes and what their votes are.
50 people vote. He's got one of them. It's like Tony Dungy has a vote. Like they give votes to media members, but a lot of the media members are media members because they're former players and coaches.
Jason Cole, who we've had on for years, has been in this pool for a long time.
And he's truly a media member, right? I mean, when I say Tony Dungy, you know you've watched him on TV.
And a social activist, I might add.
All right. Thanks for that. Thanks for that note.
Well, he wants to be, apparently. Got something to say on all that.
On all the social media. Yeah.
Yeah. He leans, I wouldn't say lean. I'd say he stands firm on one side. And he's a media member, so you can guess which side.
See? Put 2 and 2 together.
It'll always equal 4.
There it is.
Yeah. So Bill will have his day. What will be interesting is that, he's been a grump and he's made life hard on the stupid press conferences, which go for like 10, 15 minutes, just answer a few questions, and then it's over instead of, we're on to Cincinnati. What's his speech going to be like? Is he going to be...
He'll be eloquent.
I don't know.
The other dynamic at play here is Robert Kraft is up for the Hall of Fame this year as well. That could be an interesting dynamic if he goes in, but Bill does not.
Hall of Fame owner?
Yeah.
Contributions to football.
Is that what it is?
That's what the owners get in for. For all they've done for the league for all these years. There are some owners who, in those circles, have helped the league, whether it's rules committee or money. I mean, Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones has made the league a lot of money. Read stories occasionally about the ways he pushed the league. Like there used to be I can't remember which one, but it was either Pepsi or Coke had the sponsorship for the NFL, and they told him, well, you can't have a soft drink sponsor for the Cowboys because we already have one for the league. He's like, why not? And eventually he convinced the room, and they did it, and they all made more money. So you got your official NFL sponsor and then different teams aligned with different companies. And that's just one category. Apparently they've done that all over the place. Yeah, and something about some Jerry Jones profile was in it.
Okay. Don't get defensive.
Too late. DJ PK coming up top of the hour. Sam Farnsworth. He would have if he'd seen it. Sam Farnsworth. Anchor KSL Sports headed to Milan to cover the Olympics. What's it like to hit the road for a month?
An anchor where?
KSL.
Oh.
Things you never would have known if I hadn't told you. Tim Lacombe, Jazz analyst for SEG Media on BYU, bouncing back after the Arizona loss and trying to beat Kansas this weekend on the road. We'll talk with him at 9:30. Stay with us.